Thank you for checking out the Sanctuary Counties channel. And today we actually have some news to report. Wood County, Wisconsin has passed a pro Second Amendment resolution. The resolution passed with a vote of 12-7 on December 15th, 2020. Let's go to the board meeting.
Okay,
Trent, I'd ask you to please then read the resolution when you're ready.
this will be Resolution 20-12-1 to recognize the importance of the federal Constitution's Second Amendment right to bear arms and to encourage the state and federal governments not to abridge that right through legislation or rulemaking. Fiscal note, none.
Okay, and I have a motion by LaFontaine. I have a second by Supervisor Zerflu. Is there discussion? Any discussion from the floor? Supervisor Clendening.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This has been before this county board. Now, this will make the sixth time. It started in the safety committee. And three of the people that are members of the safety committee are members that authorized this resolution. I only heard one of those people ever speak for or against or even considering this for the county board. And after that was the first time is that it was not on the agenda. The second time it went to the safety committee, which is the sheriff's department, and which I did hear him say he is for this.
Yep.
At that meeting. And at that meeting, nobody spoke up. And then it went to the full county board, and the full county board decided that this should be taken to the Judicial Legislative Committee. So we did. We got legal opinion on this. We had a room full of people. And we heard everybody that wanted to be heard. And I was criticized for letting them go on so long. But we did. We did it. And a motion was made and it wasn't seconded. Another motion was made and it was seconded and a vote was taken on it and it was a tie vote. Now what can we do? We had people that are on there that were attending that meeting, that are on this committee, on this resolution as sponsors. They never said a word. And I begged one of them that had a resolution. I said, why don't you come forward so these people can do it? That was not done. So now this is the sixth time. And the people in charge, I say, why don't you go down to Madison? Sounds like you got them people on your side, and have a statewide. Have the state do this. Why come here and tell the city of Wisconsin Rapids, the city of Marshfield, the town of Grand Rapids, that I don't care what you do about gun control, the county is going to do it, and you can't do anything. Now somebody's going to say, oh well, counties, cities don't have a chance. There is one city, I believe it's Merrill, that has an ordinance against this. I think there's 7 states that have it. Why not go down to the state legislator? We got a future legislator that's on this resolution name. Take it down there, see what the state's got to say. Thank you.
Further discussion? Is there any further discussion? Supervisor Lightning?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make this brief because I've spoke on it before, and I think most people know how I feel. I've read the resolution over, I don't know how many times, probably more than 10. And it does bother me because the Second Amendment, nobody is questioning. This is a large nation, 330 million people. Duly noted from what residents have said, there have been problems, but think about it. 229 years, we are sitting here today, the Second Amendment is intact, we are functioning as a nation. Problems? Yeah, problems here and there, but 2 world wars, a civil war, countless recessions, depressions. I do not see the seriousness of the challenge to the Second Amendment. I'm going to be voting no when we vote on this.
Supervisor Fisher?
Thank you. I believe it or not, prior to 2020, I never even held a gun. I have never held a gun prior to 2020. Never cared to carry a gun. Was never an interest of mine. Quite frankly, I do believe in the Constitution, and I believe in supporting the Constitution. And Supervisor Lightman makes some fair points in the sense that the Constitution is intact, but the reality is this resolution is in place to support the Constitution. We are trying to pass this in order to make a statement to the state of Wisconsin, to the federal government, that Wood County does support the Constitution and the Second Amendment, which we believe is the right of people to bear arms. I would encourage people, and some people in this room might not like this, but if you do not like what the Second Amendment says, you have every right to fight that. But for me personally, in 2016, in 2018, and now in 2020, I took an oath of office. And in that oath of office, I swear to support the Constitution of this great country, the United States of America. And I took an oath to support the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin, which I love. The Second Amendment is in the United States Constitution. In the state of Wisconsin Constitution, we talk about the right to bear arms. To me, an oath is a promise, and I will be voting for this because I want to be a person who keeps his promise. I promised to support the Constitution. I will be voting yes. Thank you.
Further discussion? Further, Supervisor Wagner.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Let me get something straight right up front. I own a gun. I am not anti-gun at all, in any way, shape, or form. Listen, I want to talk for a second about Mr. Fisher's comment that he just made, that, you know, we took an oath to support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin, their laws, and the laws and the rules of and the ordinances of Wood County. And I will do that. I pledge to my fellow supervisors, I will support the Second Amendment and the Constitution of the United States. I will do that. The problem is, I think this resolution before us goes far beyond that. It asks us to resist lawful changes made by either the federal or the state government if, for some reason or another, someone decides they're tyranny, or they represent tyranny. I don't believe that's the case. I believe in the federal system. I believe in what's going on with the separation of powers, and I will support the lawful orders of the Commander-in-Chief, as I did in the military too, as most of us who were in the military pledged to also. And I will back up the Constitution. But I don't believe this resolution will do anything for us, and so I'm going to vote against it. Thank you very much.
Is there any further discussion? Thank you, Supervisor Wagner. Further discussion? Any further discussion? I have not seen or hearing any. I would ask you to please vote. Supervisor Bride. Supervisor Bride.
No.
No for Supervisor Bride. Supervisor Curry.
Supervisor Curry, no.
Supervisor Hamilton.
No. Yes.
Supervisor Hamilton is a yes. So you punched all those in. So that resolution carries 12. What do we have there?
12 to 7.
7. Do we have any abstentions? No.
No.
Can't see that far. The resolution carries on a 12 to 7 vote. Thank you.
If you would like more information about Second Amendment sanctuary counties or any other sanctuaries, more conservative type sanctuaries, please visit sanctuarycounties.com.